So what is a percent proportion? One way to solve percents is to set it up as a proportion. So we have the part all over the whole is equal to P, and the P is our percent. And we know that percentages then are out of 100. Notice that our bottom number is 100. Now there are some words that we can look for when we are solving these proportions. When we hear the is, we know that that's going to be our part, and the of or the out of is our whole. So we've got our part that is all over the whole is equal to P all over 100. So example 1, how do I find the percent? So letter A says 63 is what percent of 75? So start by making a proportion and then put the 100 on the bottom here. And now notice it says, I always like to place my percent first, and it says what percent, so we know that it's the percent that we're solving for. And we have 63 is what percent of 75? So our part is the 63 out of 75 is equal to P all over 100. Now there are other ways that we can solve these, but today we're going to be using this percent proportion. So remember, when we solve these, we're going to cross multiply and then divide. So we'd have 75P is equal to 6,300, and then we divide by 75. And so our P is equal to 84. And now because we were solving for the percent, we do have to put the percent sign on it. So anytime you're solving for the, looking for the percent, then you do have to have that percent sign on it. All right, question number 2, or letter B. We have what percent of 7 is 4. So let's go ahead and make our proportion, and then we're going to have over 100. And again, we're looking for what percent, so that's what we're solving for. Now, what percent of 7 is 4? Now notice out of is always the whole, and then the 4 will be the part, the is. So let's solve it like the proportion. So we're going to take and cross multiply. 7 times P is 7P, and then 100 times 4 we have 400, and then we're going to divide by 7. And we have 57.14, so 57.14, and then we'll have percent again because we just solved for the percent. In this next example, we're looking for the part. So it says, what number is 30% of 50? So again, today we're setting these up as proportions, and I'm going to make my proportion here, and then it says 30%, so I always place that first over the 100, and then it says of 50. Remember, the out of is our whole, so we're looking for the part here. And again, we're going to solve this as a proportion by doing our cross multiplication. So I'd have 100x is equal to 1,500. And then we'll divide by 100. And x then would be equal to 15. And so 15 out of 50 is equal to 30%. And we're not putting the percent behind it because we did not solve for the percent. We just solved for what number. All right, so again, we have what is 80% of 130. So I've got our percentage. It's going to go the 80 over 100. And then again, we're given the whole and we're looking for the part. So again, we're going to cross multiply. And I'm going to have 100x is equal to, and then we'll take 130 times 80. And we get 10,400, and then let's divide by 100. And so our x is equal to 104. And so 104 out of 130 is equal to 80%. All right, in our next example, how do you find the whole? So for the first one, we have 52 is 40% of what number? So again, let's write our proportion, and we're working with, we have 40%, the 40 goes over the 100, and so now it's saying 52 is 40% of what number? So what we don't have is our whole, but we have 52 as our part. So again, we're going to do our cross multiplication, and 40 times x is 40x, and then it's going to be equal to 5,200, and then we're going to divide by 40, and x is going to be equal to, will be equal to 130. So 52 out of 130 is equal to 40%. All right, so for letter B, we have 27 is 90% of what number? All right, so again, I'm having it over 100, and I've got our 90%. And then 27 is 90% of what number? So we're missing the whole. So we'll take 90 times x, you'll get 90x. And then you're going to take 27 times 100 and get 2,700. And then we're going to divide by 90. And x is going to be equal to 30. So 27 out of 30 is equal to 90%. Example number 4, how do I apply the percent proportion? How many mint ice cream cones are sold out of a total of 300 cones? So our mint chocolate looks like it's the orange right here. So I'm going to set up my proportion, and we have 10%. So 10% of the cones that are sold are mint chocolate. And then we're given the total. The total is 300 cones. So we're looking for the part. So we'll cross multiply and divide. And so I'll have 100x is equal to then 3,000. And then divide by 100. And so x is equal to 30. Meaning that out of the 300 cones, 30 of them are mint chocolate chip. All right, for letter B, it says Sam got 45 out of 50 on his test. What percent did he receive on the test? So again, we're going to set it up as a proportion, and now we're looking for the percent. So I'll put the P right here, and it says Sam got 45 out of 50. All right, so we're going to cross multiply, and we'll have 50p is equal to 4,500. And then we'll divide. And so scoring 45 out of 50, it's going to end up being 90%. All right, example number 5. How do I calculate discount? The regular price for a beach towel is $25, and they are on sale for 30% off. How much will you save on the beach towel? So the question you need to answer is, what is 30% of 25? And that'll tell you that part that you'll end up saving. And so we know that the percentage goes over 100, and then the price of the towel is the whole price, because we're looking for the part that you're going to save. And so you're going to then cross multiply, and you'll divide, and we'll take, and we'll have 100x is equal to 750, and then you'll divide by 100. And so we get $7.50, or 50 cents, or 7.5, which is $7.50. So that's the amount that we're going to save, because $7.50 is 30% of $25. Now the sale price, so that means that what are you going to pay when you go check out at the register? So you're not going to be paying the $7.50. That's the part that you're going to be saving. So since our original price is $25 for that towel, and now you're saving $7.50, so you need to subtract $7.50. So you'll take 25, and you'll end up with $17.50. So a towel that's on sale for 30% off that was originally $25, you would pay $17.50 for. Example number 6, how do I calculate sales tax and tip? Tax and tip are what we call a markup. Those are things that you pay in addition to the price. So you'll pay sales tax, you'll pay an additional price for the tip. So these are things that we're going to be adding on, where discount is something that we are subtracting. So a movie cost $18 before tax, and the tax is 4.5%. So what we're looking for then is, what is 4.5% of 18? So I'm going to put the 4.5 all over 100, because that's my percentage, and then my whole is 18. So we're going to cross multiply, and we're going to divide. And when you do that, you get 81 cents. So now the 81 cents is the tax. So you're going to pay your $18 plus you're going to pay 81 cents in addition to that. So you will end up paying for that movie a total of $18.81. All right, question number 2 says your bill at the restaurant comes to $85.25 and you want to leave a 20% tip. How much of a tip will you leave? So we would have then, the question we need to answer is what is 20% of $85.25? So we'll calculate that by cross multiplying and dividing. And so we would leave a tip then of $17.05. So that's the tip amount. Now, how much are you going to then, how much is the total cost with the tip? I see it's not there, but we'll just, so for letter B, the total cost with the tip. So you'll pay your $85.25 plus you'll pay the $17.05 of the tip. And your total cost then would be $102.30. So in this lesson, we took a look at how to apply the percent proportion and how to apply it to calculating discount and markup.